Hey guys, I'm here to do a makeup tutorial for you today. I just got out of the shower, so I'm literally just kind of winging it today. I don't really know what I'm going to do and what my overlook is going to be. I have no freaking clue, so I think I'm just going to start with eyeshadow since that's what I've been doing lately and it's been working well for me. So I'm just going to prime my lids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow priming potion in the shade Eden. I'm just going to take this over the entire lid. I hope the lighting is okay for you guys. I left my ceiling light on because the lighting outside was a little bit too light because it's early in the morning. It's like, I don't know, 9 o'clock, something like that. It's not like too early, but you know what I mean. Like sometimes the sun is just not popping yet. So we're just gonna and I guess I'm just priming everything. I'm kidding. I just got it like on my nose, so I'm like, what the hell? Actually, it might be a little bit too bright in here, so I'm going to turn off my ceiling light. Okay, hopefully that's better for you guys, because I'm getting natural lighting now too. So I'm just priming my lids, and I'm actually going to take a white shadow, and I'm just going to cover the entire lid just to set everything. I'm just going to use actually this this brow bone shade from my Comfort Zone palette, Went Wild, and it's just a cream color. It's all the way up top. I was going to use a white, but this is here, so it's just going to be good to set everything into place. And I find with that primer, it's a little bit harder to blend unless you set it, because that primer is really like, it's kind of almost drying. It's weird. I don't know, maybe that might be because mine's older, but yeah. It's easier to blend once you put a base down. Okay, and I figured I'm just gonna maybe first impressions with this palette today. So I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth using this palette. I think I'm gonna kind of try and stick to it. The majority of the time I'm gonna stick to the neutrals, and then I think I'm gonna use this blue-brown shade here at the bottom. So yeah, let's just keep on going. I think I'm gonna actually do my brows right now real quick. Just because I feel like it. And it takes like 2 seconds, so that's good. I feel like I sound stuffy this morning, but I'm really not. Just kind of like I'm starving. Like I haven't eaten yet. I've been up since like 6:30, and that was my like version of sleeping in, unfortunately. So I've been up since then. I've just been like playing on my phone, and now I'm like, I kind of figured I wanted to do something for makeup today. I look a little funny. I have this big ass bow headband on, but it just keeps my hair out of my face while I'm doing videos. And also, I don't know, I have this like, this little sweater thing on. I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be chilly out today, so I don't know. I wanted to wear something comfortable. I've got it on with leggings, and I think I'm just going to wear this with my little boots or something today while I go Christmas shopping some more. Steven and I are going to go to lunch as soon as the clock hits like 10:30 because we're starving. So I'm going to take this crease color right here. It's just a really pretty like brown shade right there. And I'm just going to blend that into the crease. I'm going to see how this goes. I've never worked with these shadows with this palette before, so it's actually pretty dark to begin with. For a crease color, I didn't think it's going to be that dark, but that's okay. We'll blend it out. Not a big deal. It's just a little bit darker than I was expecting, so. Oops. Ugh. For some reason, I got a lot more on this side. I'm not going to tap off my brush because I do like that color. It's really pretty. a little super intense for me right now as a starting shade because I wasn't going to go like too dramatic, but at the same time, you guys know I end up always doing something dramatic. So I don't know. Sorry if you hear music, by the way. My boyfriend's playing his music loud in the bathroom. He's taking a shower right now, so I don't think you can hear it, but you might be able to, so I apologize if you do. But it's really like faint. It's just kind of in the background, so. Okay. So I'm going to take a lighter shade. Oh my gosh, look at the freaking blinds. That's why I don't like natural lighting. Sometimes it's kind of like janky, but I'm going to take a lighter shade. I think I'm going to use this palette maybe, depending on if I can find a crease color. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this color. This is the NYX Heart of Gold palette from the Rocker Chic collection, and I'm just going to take this shade right here. I'm kind of just trying to use my new products, see how they work, get a kind of like first impressions going here. These are super pigmented. Oh my god, these friggin' the lights. I don't know if you guys can even see me right now. See what I'm doing? It's so annoying. I'm like, I'm gonna shut them a little bit so they're not like right in my eyeball. There we go. That's better. So I'm just blending like crazy because those colors are like super intense on the lid, and I think I'm gonna use my Coastal Scents palette. I think I have a warm shade in here that I can use definitely for the crease. So I think I'll take something light like this color right here, and I'm just gonna take that and blend it that way. It kind of lightens up the crease a little bit. There it goes. The lighting, I tell you, today is just absolutely crazy. I don't even know what the temperature is outside, but I think it's supposed to be chilly still. Not really sure. I can hope. Okay. So it looks pretty decent. I'm going to try and find a clean blending brush so that I can actually blend out more, because I feel like, here's a clean one, I feel like I need to blend this side more because it's a little bit more intense on the other side. So I'm just going to take this and blend into the crease with no additional product. Yeah, it's a little better. It's a little less intense on this side now because I did that. So yeah, okay, so that's good. Now, I haven't figured out how these work. I don't know if they're like good with brushes or certain brushes or what. So I'm just going to see how that works. I'm just going to take a flat brush from Eco Tools, and I'm just going to try and apply that blue-brown shade all over the lid, this one here. I just love the fact that this is like a duochrome. It's just like giving me life right now. Maybe try and actually use a different applicator or something because it's kind of picking it up weird. Okay, now I'm just using a Wet n Wild brush. And I'm just packing it all over the lid. I just needed something a little bit more small. And this one is not a synthetic. So this is going to kind of help me pick up this pigment a little bit more because for some reason that one wasn't picking up every sort of color. So I'm just going to blend this on the lid. All over the lid. I just really like the duochromeness. I'm probably end up not going to wear this sweater because now my makeup's not going to match and that drives me nuts. So if you guys are like, what is she wearing with that makeup? No, I probably will just change this, but I don't know. I had to throw something on so I could figure out what was going on. So I think I'm going to take, now I think I'm just going to take my finger and go straight into the pigment and just kind of make sure it's completely packed on because I want to make sure that this look is really, really vibrant. So okay, and that worked really well. So I do like the application of it once you just do it on your finger if you absolutely need to. I think it's a good step. Now I think I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to apply this brown shade here. This is the definer shade for the more nude side. I find I can't talk today. I'm losing my words. Oh wow, that's so pigmented and it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Lightly go into the crease with it. Not anything crazy. Again, I always end up like jacking up somewhere, but we'll fix it later, don't worry. So now that we're kind of blending this into the crease, we're definitely going to go back in with that duochrome blue-brown shade because I do want it to be the main focus of the eyes. I'm just going to take it on my finger as soon as I kind of fix this up a little bit. I went a little bit high in the crease. I've been doing that the past 2 days. For some reason, I've been going like super high up into the crease with my crease colors. I don't mean to, it just happens, you know. And then I think, again, before I do that, I think I'm going to go back in with my Coastal Scents palette. And I'm going to take that lighter shade and I'm just going to focus on blending it in to my crease. That way everything looks seamless and a little less harsh. Because that definitely made it a little harsh. Which is not intentional, by the way. I just took a clean blending brush. It's just a BH Cosmetics brush. I didn't want something like super intense like this, but I guess it's what you get. Now I'm going to take a mauve shade from my palette, and it's just a pink mauve. And since I didn't have like a pinky transition, I'm just going to kind of add that in with the transition shade now. That way it's not so flat and dark. And I think this shade also goes really well with my transition, so, or my duochrome shade. You guys know I'm not an expert, but I'm just trying to learn myself here. Wish it was just a little bit different, but it's okay. I went a little strong and kind of messed up my stuff when I did that last color, but that last dark color. But that's okay. You know, we can still work with it. We can still kind of fix it up a little bit. I'm going to go in with a deeper pink mauve shade and just still continue to blend. Sometimes you get a little carried away. Shit happens. You get too dark of colors and it just sucks. So that's where I'm at. I'm doing some more Christmas shopping today. Hopefully we can finish up our Christmas shopping. I still have quite a few people on the list. I got done definitely 2 people yesterday. I got my uncle a whole bunch of stuff yesterday and my cousin. So that's good. So I'm just kind of still adding to their gifts. And I got some of my friends at work. I got their stuff done yesterday, so that's good. Because that's 2 less people I have to worry about. Actually, I got 3 of my friends' stuff. So that is a good thing. Okay. So now that's a little bit softened, I'm going to actually go back in with that blue-brown shade for all over the lid and just pack it on really, really well. Just so it's a strong duochrome. I absolutely love this color. It's so beautiful. So excited to use it. So I knew I was going to love it. It's actually the main reason why I wanted this palette is because this color right here. And I had also heard really good things about the quality of the shadows, and so far they are really, really nice. I see why everybody raves about it now. So that's what it looks like so far. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with I want to go in with a really light brow bone shade because I feel like I need like a super white shade right now. So kind of looking on my vanity, seeing if I have anything. It only has one shade. Sorry guys, this is just a process that you gotta see. I think I'm just gonna take the Lime Crime palette that I have, the Venus palette, and I'm just gonna take that shade Aura. It's more of a cream, but it is very, very pigmented, so it's not like I have to worry about, you know, it not working well. So it is pretty much like a white. So I'm just gonna put that on the brow bone to highlight. I kind of feel like this eye look is missing something. Like I feel like I need some more light in here. Maybe I will kind of try and scrounge up some stuff that I have. Because I know I have some duochrome shadows that I just purchased recently that are very similar to that shade that I got. So So I have this shade. This is the Total Intensity Prestige eyeshadow in the shade Hocus Pocus. And this is that same like duochrome blue. I'm going to see if this comes up just a tad bit brighter. Again, just going to apply it with the finger on the entire lid. This one is actually, even though it looks pretty duochrome, it is, but it's not as duochrome as the other shade, the Wet n Wild shade. So I'm glad that they're not the same, but still that kind of makes me sad because I was looking for a brighter duochrome, but that's okay because I will go right back in to that Wet n Wild shade and just pack it on top of that because I feel like maybe I just needed like a base, you know, for that product to stick to a little bit better and make it a little bit brighter. So since both of these shadows are duochrome, maybe they'll like work together. It's really pretty. It's just I still feel like I need something like lighter. Maybe I'll do a pop of color in the center of the lid. So I feel like maybe I need like a bright shade. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of feel like I just need something bright in the middle. So this is kind of what happens like when I'm doing videos. I don't really plan. I just kind of go with it. So that's what's happening here. I'm gonna kind of look in here, see if I have anything. I have this big old bucket here of stuff that I found that I have only used once and I need to start using. So I actually might take this highlighter. This is the Ulta Contour Kit, and this is a gold white highlighter right there in the shade Luster. And it's really nice and creamy, so I think I'm just going to apply it with the finger. Oh, that's pretty, but it's not what I was looking for. It's a little bit too flat, so I will apply it on the other eye, but I'm not going to really go in with it. Just going to apply it as almost like a base for another color, because that's not as sparkly as I wanted. I'd say silver, but I don't think, maybe silver. Yeah, maybe silver. I'm going to try this Prestige Total Intensity eyeshadow in the shade Pewert or Pewert. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but you get the gist. But what I like about adding colors in the center is that it looks really blended if you just kind of blend it with your finger or a brush. I'm just going to add some life to the look. Again, not what I was looking for. Still looks good, but it's not exactly bright enough. So I think I might just take like a freaking white shadow or maybe a highlighter. This is a Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. Might use this shade here. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to hurt somebody. Oh, here it is. Yep, that works. That's what I was looking for this entire time. That's in the shade Golden Lights, by the way, if you guys were wondering. I just wanted to be bright and add some life to the look instead of just everything kind of meshing together. You know, it meshed together in a good way, but I wanted some light in the center of the eye. It also helps if you have small eyes. So I do. Now I'm just adding stuff in here. Okay. So here's my palette. Here it is. Going back in with that Comfort Zone palette and that blue-brown shade. I'm just going to blend the two colors together. And then we will finally move on from the craziness that I have going on here. Okay. So now, finally, we can move on. I'm going to take some, what am I going to do here? I think I'm just going to prep the skin with the Nivea Men Sensitive Post-Shave Balm, as usual. And I'm also going to go underneath the eyes. I have found that recently I have been loving to do this step in my morning routine because what it does is it primes the eyes really well. And like if my under eyes are like super dry, so if I don't do this step, my concealer does not stick. Like, does not. And it doesn't last all the way through the day. So I'm finding that there's little tips and tricks to hydrating the under eye. Obviously with a moisturizer. And then with this too. So I'm just going underneath the eye with this. And as I wait for that to set a little bit into the face, I'm going to go in with some concealer. My two favorites here. Just going to ignore the fact that my boyfriend just walked past naked with a towel. We're just going to kind of ignore that. So now I'm applying my actual concealer. And I am sharpening the outer corners of the eye. I'm adding a little bit more because I feel like I didn't get enough on my finger. Okay, and while that sits there, I'm going to set my under eyes with some under eye powder, setting powder, loose setting powder. Probably should have done this before the cream concealer that I'm on, or before the cream foundation. I'm literally not really thinking too well because number one, I hadn't eaten. Number two, I was just distracted by my boyfriend that I told to stay in the freaking shower until I was done with my tutorial, but he doesn't listen to me at all. At all. So I'm going to let that sit. And while that sits, I'm going to actually put on my foundation. I'm just going to use L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation in the shade Nude Beige. And I'm just going to shake it up really well because it's really liquidy. And I'm going to apply it with a flat top kabuki brush. I'm going to apply this on the back of my hand. Whoa, okay. It's a lot, but whatever. I'm just going to apply this on the face. Why does it smell weird? Why does it smell like alcohol? Like, not literal alcohol, but like rubbing alcohol. I guess that is literal alcohol. It smells weird. Very weird. I hope. So, just a tip from me to you. Do not mix creams and powders like I'm doing right now. I just totally forgot. And I was distracted by my boyfriend who got out the shower just now. So, I apologize. But I told him, I said, wait until I come and get you to get out the shower, but he don't listen. He's bad. But what I like about this foundation is it does turn to like a powdery consistency. So it's kind of like lightweight. I'm just taking my finger and I'm blending in to my skin right now because on my nose because I had some powder on there and it wasn't Like it was just kind of diluting itself. It was weird because you're not supposed to mix the two. So I'm just kind of still packing that on the skin very lightly. Also, you want to make sure you grab the ears too. Whatever's left over in my hand, which is pretty much blended into my hand now. Maybe I just grab a little bit from here. Oh, no, I see some. See you on my hand? Trying to hide from me. Okay. So now that part is done, I'm going to set my entire face with my loose translucent setting powder. Normally I don't do this step, but I did it yesterday and it made my face super flawless and nice looking, so I'm going to continue to do that. Now I gotta wipe this off because I got it all over my hands. And then after that part of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and do the part 2 because it won't upload if I don't. So I'm just gonna quick set this with powder. My entire face. Normally I feel like it looks cakey if you set it with powder, but with this brush that I'm using, it's actually made for loose powder. Like it does really well with loose powder. So it's made to kind of just like mattify everything and make it look really, really good and flawless. And it makes your foundation last longer, so it's always a plus in my book. All right, now that we are done with that, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, or stop this video and start part 2. So I will see you in just a second.